Good morning, people. Lostfeld here, and something just happened. Someone joined the Discord and said, "Hey, I made a game that's both Trackmania and you can air roll on it. So, would you like to try it?" And I said, "Yes, of course." And I've always had this theory that, and I've said it many times, directional air roll. Not only is it a mechanic, but it's also a technique. It's a flying technique, and you can extrapolate a technique from Rocket League to another game, even in real life. My point being, you can, if you know how to air roll, you can air roll anywhere, as long as the physics allow it, and as long as you have a boost backwards, like going from your butt, and there's physics, gravity, and all that. So somebody made that, and look at that. It's both Trackmania and Rocket League in a way, and you can air roll. And if I know how to air roll, which is the case, I have no problem extrapolating the flying technique of air roll to another game. See here in this game, the air roll tempo, the constant of tempo, the revolution of the car is almost the same as it would be in Rocket League, so I have no issue adjusting myself to it. I can tell the gravity is a bit lower here than in Rocket League. That's why I just crashed, because I'm used to the gravity in Rocket League. But the point is, if you know how to do a technique like air roll, you are able to replicate it in other games. I've said many times I've already used air roll in Battlefield, for instance. Battlefield was a bit different because when you do an air roll, instead of just rolling on one axis, the planes also tend to go down, vertically. So it makes the air roll a bit different. But if you want me to do clocks here, I can do clocks, right? So for instance, those are clocks. Let me do a double clock now. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. See, I'm going relatively straight. Not so straight because I'm not used. The tempo is a tiny bit different, so I'm a bit off on my inputs. But the technique, the theory stays the same. I'm counterbalancing the inputs and the vectors of the car, right? So if I want to go up, let me get some boost here. If I want to go up, you guys know that you need to do a reverse clock at a certain rhythm, at a certain speed. In Rocket League, in order to go from here to here, you have to do 3/4 of a reverse clock at a certain rhythm, right? So let me try to replicate this here. You don't see my joystick because there's no plug-in, obviously, for the joystick. But if I want to go vertical, there we go, and now I can just do clocks. If I want to turn to the right or to the left, let's go left. And if I want to go right, let's go right. It's the same thing, and I want people to understand that. Directional air roll is not just a mechanic. It's not binded to Rocket League. You can extrapolate this technique in other games. All you will have to do is adjust yourself to the new physics of the new game. The gravity can be a little different. The roll can be a bit different. When you roll, maybe the car is going to turn vertically a little bit. That can happen. But see, all in all, I know how to air roll. Hence, I can play this game. I wish there were more maps. This is a game I would play if it's not just Trackmania, because I'm not into Trackmania. But if this was, I'm sure he's going to do more maps with fun obstacles. This should be fun, right? And on top of that, I have a 1,000 boost on the advanced map. Oh, shit. There's no flicks, though. So here I wanted to right flick, but there's no flicks. So, So, yeah, my theory can be confirmed through playing games like that. And I can only advise you to try to do those things. Whenever you're playing Battlefield or, I don't know, Microsoft Flying Simulator or something, why don't you just try to air roll and to adjust yourself to the physics of this said game? But the technique in itself is not going to be different. See, there's such low gravity that I didn't see that I hit the ring here. So yeah, this is a fun little thing. I'm very glad that that person tried to contact me, because I'm always interested in being a air roll aficionado, as one might say. I'm always interested to extrapolate the technique into other games and other contexts and situations and slightly different physics. Of course, if the physics are totally different, I'm pretty sure it's going to be hard to extrapolate them. But here, so far, the physics are kind of the same, right? So yeah, look at me air roll. Look at me do reverse clocks. You know what I mean? So this is fun. I can only advise you to, every time you have a game where you can fly, if there's a boost going from the back side of the car or the plane, right? If it's a jet, for instance, try to air roll. Why not? Bind it on your controller or your keyboard and just air roll away. Oh, I missed it. So yeah, if I want to go vertical, I know what I'm doing. If I want to go to the right, for instance, I know what I'm doing. It's really fun, and I'm really glad I could confirm my theory. Of course, the theory, as I've literally just said, is only confirmed. The more similar the physics are to Rocket League, the more the theory is going to be confirmed, and you will have to make adjustments depending on the game you're playing. But yeah, this is called Super Flying Vroom Vroom, isn't it? Super Flying Vroom Vroom. It's on Steam. This is the demo. It's an early access game. Maybe the game will be released soon. If you like Trackmania, if you like Rocket League, if you like obstacles, I've always been a believer that Rocket League should have obstacles to make setups. Feel free to try it out. This was made by one person. Only one person made all of that. This is how creative and hardworking people can be. I couldn't do that in my life. Well, I don't know how to code, but even if I did code, I mean, I've made the theory of the airroll video, but it's not the same kind of job. I could not do that. So that was made by one person. If you want to just try it out, have fun. If you just want to, just like me, if you're interested in airroll for some reason, because I'm weird, feel free to try it out, and you can notice for yourself everything that I've just said. I don't want to go there, actually. I want to go back there. The gravity is so low. Up-a-la. There we go. Give me the boost. Can I get boost? Yes, I can. Oh, let's try to go there. Can we go? Oh, no. Let's go on the tower right there, right? Using airroll. Maybe I have to be careful with my speed because I'm going supersonic, am I not? No. Okay, I have... Oh, shit. I respawned. Where is the tower? Oh, it's there. I pressed triangle to get the camera off, but the ball cam off, but triangle here makes me reset. So yeah, well, here I'm going straight, so I'm not making inputs, but very soon I'm going to have to slow down from supersonic, just like that. Be subtle. So this game, for instance, needs you to be more subtle with it. There's more drift, there's more inertia, and less gravity. Let's go on a cubicle right there. A cubicle? Let's go on one of those yellow cubes. Am I going to have enough boost to do that? Let me try to go on this one. Oh, I can save up my boost real well. Okay. Not too fast. Not too fast. Perfect. And voila. Dude, if they did that on Rocket League, it'd be such a great game, but we're imprisoned in a little cage when we can fly. It's like being a big-ass eagle and you're staying in your nest because you're too scared of heights. This is what Rocket League should not look like, but it should get inspiration from that. Imagine if I had a ball here, and there were setups and there was a goal, and I had like not just 1,000 boost, but let's say 3,000 boost. I could fly for a long time. This would be fun, right? Imagine air dribbling from here to the other platform, right? Do I have enough boost here? Oh, yes, I do. Ooh, close. Right? So, yeah. Slow down. Let me get there. Yes. Okay, so, yeah. Thank you for showing me that, Super Flying Vroom Vroom, because that is also your name on Discord. And yeah, be creative when you play other games. Don't hesitate to try to fly with airroll and see what it does and see what happens. And maybe you'll have good surprises. I had a good surprise when I played Battlefield. It was kind of a weird surprise because, when you airroll in Battlefield, the plane also, not only does it turn like this, but it also turns like this, right? Which makes it harder to adjust when you are used to playing airroll on Rocket League. So yeah, this is called Simplifying Vroom Vroom. This is not a commercial. I'm not being paid in any way. I wanted to do it, and I'm glad I did it, because I've been saying for years that we could extrapolate air roll from Rocket League to other games and even real life, right? If we could handle the G's, the gravity, the gravity force in a real jet plane, we could air roll in real life. And maybe that's what Maverick does. Maybe that's what Maverick does. Who knows what Maverick does? But maybe that's what he does and why he's so good at flying. If you haven't seen that movie, you're missing out. Okay, so yeah. Thank you for watching. That was a little short video. I'm happy to confirm my theory. And y'all take care, and I'll see you next time. Okay? Goodbye in 3, 2, 1. Goodbye.